y'all. Welcome to another episode of DFW Networking Diva. And I'm excited today. Many of you know that I'm a board member for the board of directors for the DFW Veterans Chamber of Commerce. And I'm heavily involved in the veteran community, and I love helping our veterans. And that's just my happy space. And we have guests that come on, and we have members, and they just do wonderful things in the community. And when I met these two, I said, oh goodness, we're going to have to bring them onto our show too, because I want you all to get to know them. So I'm happy to bring into the show today Sharon and Susie. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Thanks
welcome. I'm
Yes.
excited because when you two presented to the chamber, I was like, you know what? We need to let more people know about what you're doing. So I don't want to steal your thunder, but I think you need to let them know, what are you up to?
Helping people feel better. Yay.
We love that. Absolutely. Now, there's all sorts of ways to make people feel better, but you two have a special strategy. You got something that's going on here that is really revolutionary, and not enough people know about it. The more I hear about it, the more success stories I hear, I go, wow, this is incredible. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure, go ahead, Susie.
Okay. So we are on the leading edge of health with the new stem cell patch by LifeWave. And this patch is changing people's lives. People don't realize what a stem cell is and how and what it does. And what happens as you age is a decrease of those cells. And there's a magical way to get new ones. It's natural, and it's nothing is going into the body. I mean, right? And
Right.
it's just light, really. It's an amazing patch, and it took 10 years to be developed. Sharon has one on. Mine is back here.
Yeah, I'll take it on.
But this is it.
About the size of a quarter.
Yeah. And
All right. So let me make sure I understand. For those that are unfamiliar with this, stem cells is one of those, I don't know, it's like a magical thing. We don't even understand how the science works on this kind of stuff, right? Your average person is like, what is a stem cell? What does it even do? And why do I care, right? What is that all about?
And what's it got to do with your health? Well, the stem cell is a master cell. And so our eyes, our heart, our health, everything in our body, our skin is comprised of stem cells. So as we age, that's the major culprit. Our stem cells start to diminish. And that's when, the diseases and the conditions and the surgeries, we don't recover or heal as fast. So what the scientist and CEO of LifeWave worked on for 10 years and spent $4 million on the stem cell research, he designed this product that really, it's a patch, and it's proprietary enzymes inside this patch, but it's activating the stem cells we do have left, which is then reducing the inflammation. Inflammation is everywhere, which means your pain is going to start to diminish. And so that's where we really start to help folks with pain. Just about everybody's in pain, and they live with it and think that that's what they have to do. But it's enhancing what's already going on in our body. Our bodies want to heal. And because it's a natural solution, our bodies will begin to heal. Everybody's heard about the injections. Tell them why most of the time that's not going to work.
So the injections, in many cases, they take some of your blood out, mix it with whatever they're mixing it with and put it back in. What they've taken out are old, tired stem cells. And so you can inject them into your knee, and it may or may not work, but nothing is going to regenerate and start your own stem cells producing new, active, vibrant cells that can go to any area that your body needs. If you need a skin cell, eye cell, heart cell, it's an amazing thing. No pill does it. No other company has it. No supplement can do it. And I've talked to many people. Many of my clients have had the stem cell shots, and many times it doesn't work, and it costs thousands and thousands of dollars.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of the injections. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want something injected in me. The whole process just sounded kind of gross, but you're like, I guess if it works, and it's expensive, and then they don't guarantee any kind of results, right? So now you're out thousands of dollars and all your hopes are dashed, and it didn't even work anyway. That's frustrating.
Mhm.
It
right? So
is.
looking for alternatives. So, we're touching more in on this stem cell thing. So I'm starting to see the value in it. And you've got these little patches. It's so hard to understand that a little tiny patch, could have such a big impact. So we don't have to take any pills.
No,
Pills.
Right.
So
no. No
no,
shots, no pills. You just
wow.
place it on the points that the scientist has many clinical studies and patents, by the way. And you wear the patch for 12 hours.
Okay.
And you can either wear it behind your neck or 3 inches below your navel. And that's where the meridian points are. It's all based on the acupuncture points that he studied, but and then you're going to throw the patch away. You don't want to wear the same patch every day because there might be 4 to 6 hours left in that patch, but it's not going to help you if to wear the same patch every day.
Yeah, eventually the crystals in the patch dissipate.
Mhm.
So what this is phototherapy. So the crystals are warmed up by your infrared light,
Mhm.
and it reflects back into the body to a certain copper peptide in the body, and that peptide talks to your stem cells and gets them up and moving, and let's get some new production in line. So the stem cell patch is actually not healing your body, but your very own stem cells are now healing your body. It is magical. Let's
Mhm.
turn down that you thing.
It is. It sounds magical, right? So it's basically getting our bodies to wake up and get parts working that maybe weren't so functional before, saying, hey, let's heal ourselves. What a great idea.
Yeah.
It sounds
And for future
amazing.
as well, you're also now creating new stem cells, no matter how old you are. Testimonial after testimonial, no matter what your condition or age. You could be a 4-year-old or a 92-year-old. It's amazing. There's still a little bit left in there that can be activated and then regenerate new cells. So it's about longevity, age reversal. People are feeling better finally.
Right.
And
So
it
this is
really
helping
does work.
pain management, right? That's kind of what you're
Mhm.
focused on is pain management, but it sounds like it has a lot more benefits than just pain management. Right?
Absolutely. For me, it was sleep. I was an
Mhm.
insomniac for over 20 years,
Oh yeah.
and it took several months for it to work. But one day I woke up and I was like, wow, I had a dream and I slept all night. To me, that was such a blessing. And it's so whatever it was working on those months prior to on the inside, I didn't know. But I know it goes where the body tells it to go and fix the most important things first. So
Mhm.
that was my big wow. Finally, I got some sleep after 20 years.
Is that what sold you on this, or was there something else that you originally
So
started using it with?
I actually was looking for something for my sister who has 4 autoimmune diseases.
Oh wow.
And we have been looking for a long, long, long time. We've tried, CBDs, oils, creams, lotions, potions, pills, whatever.
Mhm.
And nothing seemed to work. But I just felt like, wow, this is going to help her. And actually, it did in a very short time off of her 13 years of medications within 2 months. And she is now living a more normal life. And yes, she is, one of my team members. So yeah, it's
If
exciting.
you use something and it has incredible results, you can't help but want to get involved and become an advocate. So I can understand completely her getting involved, you getting involved, right? So
Yeah.
that's your story on how you got involved in it, right? And then you end up using it for yourself, and it sounds like you're getting wonderful results.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
fantastic. Sharon, how did you get involved in this?
Well, I was looking for something to help me with my migraines and also had a pinched nerve and whiplash from a car accident. So for me, it was pain. Migraine went away. I just put the patch on. Seriously, it went away right away. And some folks will react to that energy. Some people, it may take longer. But for me, obviously, my body needed to work on the migraine and that accident that I had. And it took about 3 weeks for this all to go away. But, that was 2 years ago next month. And, I went to the eye doctor for my yearly checkup, and now I have 20/20 vision. I didn't have that before. So things just will come into play the longer that we're wearing the patches. Also, we tell everybody take a picture of your face, because your skin is going to change. The wrinkles in your cheeks are going to start to lift because there's the collagen, it gets reactivated as well, because we lose that as we age.
Right.
So it's amazing, the before and after pictures.
It's important to say too that your body is different than my body. So it might grow me some hair and it might not grow you some hair, or it might give you 20/20 vision and it didn't do it for me, but it's doing other things for me.
Yeah.
Right. So once you've activated those stem cells, it kind of just goes through your body and says, well, where do we need a little healing? Right. And so your body's going to know what that answer is. So it's going to follow wherever your needs are. And then maybe like, she doesn't really need more hair. Right.
So but you might like it, but you don't need it.
She gets it. She gets it.
I do. I'm getting it. And, I've heard rumors. I've talked to people that have used this product before. And I got to say, you hate to say it, but like a little miracle, solution. When you hear things like this, you're like, no, really? I think it sounds like one of those things where it almost sounds too good to be true. And you almost have to try it to really actually believe it.
Right. Yeah. And some people want instant gratification. For me, it took 5 months, but I knew the science. I read the science. I believe in the science. And I saw how it worked for my sister. Again, different strokes for different folks. But I did do what I needed the most, that I thought I needed the most eventually.
Right. And that's really hard right now, right? We want instant gratification. We are in an instant gratification culture, right? True. Whatever it is, we want it now. And not everything works that way. And a lot of times the best things in life you have to work for. You don't just get to hand it to you the first time you look at it. So, you got to be willing to invest the time it takes. And if you believe in the science, if you've seen the success stories, if you've seen other people, if you know other people have used it, then maybe you can be more likely to be like, okay, I'm going to stick with it, even though I'm not seeing the results I want yet. Right? They're coming. They're coming. You just got to be patient with it. Well, so some of the people you've helped, this is your personal stories and the success that you've seen. What have you seen with your clients?
Oh my gosh. Lots of just any kind of example. What about the gentleman that was helping with his the ADHD, or the what was he having problems with? Okay, we'll think of that.
So I went to the dentist.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, went to the dentist, went to my desk, got my teeth cleaned, I'm leaving. I always carry my patches in a pack. And, I was talking to the husband who also works at the office. And he goes, man, I've had this pain for 20 years. So I gave him a patch. He put it on. And I'm talking because that's what I do.
I understand.
I left, he goes, this can't be true. This can't be true. My pain is gone. It can happen that fast.
Wow.
But he was, and so now that dentist office sends me anybody that has, pain or, sleep or any kind of issues like that. They say, call Susie and talk to her because she has a magic patch that might be able to help you. It's really amazing.
A might is good enough, right? When you've tried everything else and you're like, oh goodness, I've done this, I've done that, it hasn't worked, right? Why not? If you've already spent that much energy and time, why not try one more thing, right? You never know. It might be the thing that works. And if it does, oh my goodness, the idea of living a pain-free life, I'm sure there's a lot of people that can't even wrap their mind around it. They've been in pain for so long. They've had an old injury that's been there for so long, right? You hurt your knee back. I mean, I know with my brother, he blew out his knee in high school, right? Well, so now you still have that knee for the rest of your life, right? You have to manage that pain, right? And so many people are tired of taking drugs and all the side effects.
People are really seeing that, it still hasn't solved the problem. It might numb the pain or, it may kind of sort of work, but who wants to keep taking drugs for forever? So I'm just going to tell one really quick story.
Oh, please do. I was hoping you would tell more.
A Vietnam vet I met in Pensacola, Florida. And, he was intrigued. But anyways, I gave him some patches. He had foot pain from the war. Right? Can't wear boots and can't do this and can't do that. Well, he texted me like the next day and goes, oh my gosh, that pain is like 60% gone. And I hope you don't mind, but I gave my wife one because she needs one for sleeping. And the next day after that, he said the pain is really almost gone. But my wife, who hasn't slept really good for a long time, with one patch, slept 2 hours later than usual and did not wake up. And she woke up and said, "Oh my gosh, this is a miracle." And I love those stories.
Oh my goodness. So heartwarming, right? And that's what it is. You think you have to live with the insomnia. You think you have to live with that pain, especially like your feet. You're walking on them every day and it's impacting your quality of life, right? You can't get up and go do whatever you want to do. Pain is a huge impact on that. So I love that you guys have come up with, you've discovered this solution. You're sharing it with others. I think that's
and
so
it's giving
wonderful.
people hope. I think, I had a lady come by and she's been in pain for decades and she had a really bad back. And so we placed the patch right on the pain point. And in a couple of minutes, I said, "How are you feeling?" And she goes, "The pain is gone." See, that's what I mean with some people. It's automatic.
It's fast.
It's fast because this woman had been suffering for decades. She stands all day at her job. So there's other things that have happened because her back, the sciatica and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's just when somebody finds relief, like she even used the word hope. She goes, "I never thought I could find anything." And so we got her started right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so many different ways. My mind is just going click, click, click. I had somebody else tell me that they'd used it after surgery. And a lot of times you worry about with surgery that you're going to, have to take pain medication because otherwise you can't function. It's just too painful. They said they didn't take any pain pills afterwards. They used their patches and didn't have to take anything. And I'm just thinking about, those that want to have that healthier lifestyle and don't want to fill their bodies full of all these different yucky, pills. That's a great option. And even for those, I could see it being a wonder for those that are dealing with rehabilitation issues, right? And they're told to stay away from all the drugs, right? Can you imagine having to go through something where you did need a surgery, you did need to deal with pain, but you didn't want to go anywhere near those pills? What a wonderful alternative to be available for that anybody in that situation. Wow.
Yeah,
This
there's a
is
lot
incredible.
of applications for it, for the patch, before, during, and after surgery. Honestly, the recovery, the healing. Gosh, we've got before and after pictures of different situations. Maybe next time we can have those pictures for you all.
Yeah, we'll do a little slideshow one time and we'll bring you guys back. You can do a slideshow, show us some before and after. Because this is one of those things where it sounds so good. And they always say, if it sounds too good to be true, it must be. But I've heard so many good stories. I can't help but believe it. I've seen it. I've seen people experience this, and it's a whole different way of living. Imagine being free. Just wow.
And our mission is to help, everyday people, but also veterans, because some of them have been suffering for such a long time. And then, we'd really love to talk to practitioners, right, Sharon?
Because they can reach more people than us.
Exactly. Their audience is already there and they can help a lot of people.
Right. So your partnerships, right? People you'd like to partner with so that you can let them give it a try. See if they go, wow, right? Kind of like the dentist. Once they tried it, they were believers, right? And ready to share that information. And they're in that position to help more people, right? And that's all you want to do is just share it so people know that there is hope. There's an opportunity to be pain-free. I mean, most people can't even wrap their minds around that idea. So this is fantastic, right? So you want to talk to dentists, you want to talk to doctors, homeopathic doctors, especially
chiropractors, physical therapists, massage. Any modality,
wellness centers,
clinics, anybody that is open to perhaps offering another relief for their clients. And it's also adding extra income to their practice. So, and Susie had mentioned Pensacola. We've made 2 trips there this year, and just the folks that we have met, whether veterans or practitioners, just really excited to hear about this new concept to help their patients themselves as well. And so, and that brings me to where we could help anybody anywhere, all over the world too. So it's keeping us busy, that's for sure.
And say you can do a consultation from anywhere, right?
Yes,
So
that's true.
if somebody's watching this and they're not in America, that's okay.
That's okay. We can help you too.
I love that.
Yeah. So let's talk about Pensacola for just a minute.
Yeah.
Sharon and I are going back to Pensacola.
Our third trip this year.
But we are going to go to an expo there, the Emerald Coast Holistic Expo. And we're going to be there. We're going to be doing patching demonstrations. So it's the 9th and 10th of September. And we welcome anybody who knows anybody in that area to come out and see us, or send your, mom, pop, or whoever, if they're in pain or if they're just curious, send them. We'd love to.
So Pensacola, Florida. That's where this event's going to be.
No, Fort Walton Beach / Destin Conference Center, which is in that area of Pensacola and the Panhandle of Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're out in the Panhandle area of Florida, you need an excuse to have a vacation there.
Yes.
Come visit Sharon and Susie over at their booth that they're going to have over there. That sounds like a lot of fun. I like that excuse. I wish I could escape. Come hang out with you in Florida.
Yeah.
Well, so you got this event, but you do one-on-one consultations. Now, I know there's multiple types of patches, right? And so I think sometimes as a new person to patching, you might not know what's best for you based on what's going on. So do you offer free consultations where you'll talk to people and help them figure out which patch they need and which one's going to do the best work for them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every person we talk to, that's the conversation that we have. Absolutely. And then as time goes on, we learn more and more as they share with us. And there are other patches, you are correct, but you really want to start with the stem cell patch, which is the X39. And then there is a pain patch. It's a topical patch called Ice Wave that, you want to help folks with that too. Those two are the ones they should get started on if they can.
Right. So if they have questions and they're not sure what to do about this, y'all are both available for consultations, right? So we're going to scroll across the screen. And if you want to reach out and talk to Susie, you can catch her on Facebook, facebook.com/susie.o.parker. And you can reach her on Facebook and she'll be happy to answer any questions. And if Susie doesn't get back to you right away, don't worry. There's Sharon. You could always reach out to Sharon. Sharon's available also on Facebook. And that's Sharon .Phillips.547. And you can find her on Facebook because between the two of them, man, you got lots of experience and the people understand what's going on. And either one of them can offer you fantastic advice. And you just want to reach out and have a conversation. I know sometimes we get nervous when we're trying something new. We're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, right? Sometimes we just have some reservations. We need to ask some questions. So reach out to Sharon and Susie and find out, I've got a question. And they'll say, I have an answer. The experience you've got with this, the success that you've seen, and they can ask you and say, okay, well, what help with, right? Because they're always wondering, well, help with my thing. Chances are you two have probably helped somebody with that condition already. And you could tell them, well, this is the results that my clients found, right? My customers. So, if you've got questions, reach out to them. This is one of those things that is almost like voodoo magic, right? I mean, we just don't even completely wrap our mind around how it works, but it works. And I've seen the success stories. And I would hope that anybody that's experiencing pain, that's having problems with sleeping, right, will take a moment, reach out to you and find out what the possibilities are. And if you're get lost and you want to help find them, reach out to me and I'll help get you connected to them. We will make sure that you get to talk to them because we want to let people know that they don't have to live in pain anymore.
No, there are natural alternatives.
There are. And I love that part, right?
Yeah,
natural alternatives. Oh, that makes my heart sing. Are there any last words of advice or suggestions or anything you want to share with our viewers today?
Well, I just want to say, if you are in the Florida Panhandle, bring your pain and come and see us at the expo. We can help you.
Right there in person, right? In-person
Absolutely.
demos. I love it. That's going to be
Mhm.
a lot of fun. Wish I could join you too. Have a fun trip to Florida. Stay safe. And after you do your trip, we'll have you come back on and we'll have you share some before and after pictures and tell us about your trip and how it went.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having
Yes.
us today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're going to have
Thank
you all
you.
back soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.